I took a salvage job on an abandoned cruise ship near Greece. The doctor was still on board. I never wanted to step foot on the Aegeis Star. But when you're broke enough, fear starts feeling like a luxury. My name is Daniel Reyes. 2 years ago, I worked commercial diving jobs across the Mediterranean, mostly underwater repairs, hull inspections, salvage operations. Dangerous work, but the pay was decent enough to survive. Then one bad storm changed everything. A crane cable snapped during a recovery operation off the coast of Sicily. 3 men were injured. 1 died instantly. After the investigation, the company shut down half its contracts. I was laid off within the month. Work disappeared fast after that. By winter, I was sleeping in cheap hostels around Athens, taking whatever day labor I could find. My savings vanished. My credit cards maxed out. There were days I ate nothing but bread and bottled water. That's when I got the call. A private maritime contractor needed a small crew for a recovery operation near the Greek islands. Hazard pay included. Cash payment at no questions asked. I should have known that last part mattered most. The meeting took place in a nearly empty port warehouse outside Piraeus. Rain hammered the metal roof, while 6 of us sat around a folding table listening to the recruiter. His name was Stavros. Tall, bald, expensive watch. The kind of man who smiled without warmth. Behind him hung a large photograph of the Aegeis Star. Even in daylight, the ship looked unsettling. Massive white hull. Dark windows. Rust spreading along the lower decks like dried blood. The vessel has been abandoned for 6 years, Stavros explained. Officially due to mechanical failure and contamination concerns. Contamination? One of the divers asked. Stavros ignored the question. Our task is simple. Board the ship. Recover specific storage containers from the lower medical decks. Deliver them to the extraction vessel by sunrise. How much? Someone asked. 10,000 euros each. The room went silent. That amount of money for a single night's work was insane. Which meant the danger probably was too. Stavros slid several documents across the table. Liability waivers, non-disclosure agreements, and finally, a laminated rules sheet. Aegeis Star salvage protocols. Rule 1. Never remain alone on any passenger deck after midnight. Rule 2. If cabin doors begin opening by themselves, leave the hallway immediately and do not look inside the rooms. Rule 3. The ballroom on deck 6 may appear occupied. Ignore all music and continue moving. Rule 4. If you hear knocking from inside the walls, do not knock back. Rule 5. Avoid the infirmary level between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. The doctor performs rounds during this time. Rule 6. If you encounter medical staff wearing silver radiation masks, close your eyes until they pass. Rule 7. Never consume food or water found aboard the ship regardless of appearance. Rule 8. At exactly 3:13 a.m., the ship-wide announcement system may activate. Do not respond if your name is called. Rule 9. If you discover passengers gathered near the indoor pool, leave the ship immediately without retrieving equipment. The room stayed silent after we finished reading. One of the crew laughed nervously. Very funny. Nobody else laughed. Stavros leaned forward. The rules are not negotiable. Something in his tone killed every remaining joke in the room. I should have walked out right then. Instead, I signed. Because 10,000 euros would solve almost every problem in my life. That night, our transport boat carried us through rough black waters toward the Aegeis Star. The ship emerged from the fog shortly after midnight, and it looked wrong, not abandoned. Waiting. Thousands of dark windows stared down at us like empty eye sockets. Rust streaks covered the hull. Several upper deck lights flickered faintly despite the ship supposedly having no active power. The main promenade looked frozen in time. Luggage still sat near overturned chairs. Wine glasses remained on restaurant tables. Children's toys lay scattered across damp carpet. It looked like everyone had vanished in the middle of ordinary life. At first, the ship only felt eerie. Then, we heard the music. Soft piano drifting through the corridor. Rule 3. The ballroom on deck 6 may appear occupied. As we passed the ballroom entrance, I made the mistake of glancing through the doorway. People were dancing inside. Hundreds of them in tuxedos wemo dresses, slowly spinning beneath golden chandeliers, every single one unnaturally pale. We kept walking, but the music followed us long after we left the deck. At 1:12 a.m., we reached the passenger cabins. That's when the doors started opening, one after another. Slow creaks echoed through the hallway as cabin doors drifted inward by themselves. Then came the smell. Rotting seawater. We moved faster. But something moved inside the rooms alongside us. Shapes standing just beyond the doorways. One cabin door slammed fully open ahead of me. Inside stood a little girl wearing a soaked pink dress. Her skin looked grey beneath the flashlight beam. "Have you seen my mother?" she asked softly. The little girl began following us barefoot through the hallway. Then the knocking started. From inside the walls, 3 slow knocks. Rule 4. Do not knock back. The sound spread throughout the corridor around us. Like dozens of trapped people sealed inside the ship itself. At exactly 2 a.m., the overhead lights flickered on. Every hallway suddenly glowed pale green. Then came footsteps, measure.com, approaching. Rule 5. The doctor performs rounds during this time. Then we saw him. Tall figure, white medical coat, silver radiation mask covering his face. Behind him walked several nurses wearing matching masks. Their movements looked wrong, jerky, delayed, like puppets being pulled by invisible strings. "Close your eyes," Elias whispered. I shut my eyes immediately. The footsteps passed directly in front of us, then stopped. Silence. A raspy breathing sound filled the hallway. The doctor was standing directly in front of me. Then he spoke. Radiation exposure detected. His voice sounded distorted beneath the mask. Patient requires immediate treatment. Something cold brushed my cheek. Fingers. Then the footsteps continued past us. Only after the sounds disappeared completely did we look again. The hallway was empty, except for a fresh handwritten patient bracelet lying at my feet. Name, Daniel Reyes. Status, infected. My blood turned to ice. Then Victor screamed through the radio, not static. Nadirin Sariel screamed, Gunchblow. Then silenci. We ran toward the storage decks beneath the infirmary. The lower levels were different from the rest of the ship. Older, more industrial. Massive steel doors lined the corridors bearing radioactive hazard symbols. Many had been welded shut from the outside. Scratches covered the metal, deep scratches, like something inside had tried to claw its way out. That's when we found the laboratory, Project Thalassa. The Aegeis Star hadn't been a normal cruise ship. It was transporting experimental radioactive medical material disguised as cancer treatment research. The ship's onboard physician, Dr. Leon Vasiliou, had been conducting illegal human exposure trials during the voyage. Passengers, crew, children, everyone aboard had unknowingly been exposed after a containment leak. This violent paranoia tissue degradation. Then came the final line. Subjects display continued neurological activity after biological death. The announcement system activated overhead. Attention passengers. Then, Daniel Reyes, please report to the infirmary. The lights died instantly afterward. Darkness swallowed the entire deck. Then came screaming, passengers screaming, metal doors slamming, running footsteps overhead. We sprinted upward through the corridors, but the ship had changed. Hallways no longer connected properly. Stairwells looped back onto themselves. Water flooded sections that had been dry minutes earlier. Watching us pass. Some wore evening clothes from the ballroom. Others hospital gowns. Some still had radiation burns across their faces. But all of them smiled. The indoor pool area appeared ahead. And my heart stopped. Passengers filled the entire chamber. Hundreds of them standing silently around the black water. Rule 9. Leave the ship immediately. Every passenger slowly turned toward us simultaneously. Then the water inside the pool began bubbling. A figure rose slowly from beneath the surface. Dr. Basilio. His radiation mask was cracked open, revealing burned flesh underneath. One eye glowed sickly green beneath melted skin. "Please remain calm," he announced politely. "The treatment is nearly complete." The passengers began walking toward us. The ship itself groaned loudly around us. Sirens activated. Emergency lights flashed red. Steam burst from broken pipes. The Aegeis Star felt alive now, awake. We finally reached the outer deck near the rescue ladders. Anfrosi. Our transport boat was gone. Only dark ocean remained below. Dr. Vasiliou emerged among the passengers, calmly adjusting his gloves. "You were exposed the moment you boarded," he said. "Symptoms simply required time." Then every passenger aboard the deck screamed simultaneously. The sound was unbearable. Elias collapsed screaming. Something moved beneath his skin. His chest split open. I ran. I climbed over the railings and jumped into the freezing ocean below. The last thing I heard before hitting the water was the doctor calling after me calmly, "You're still contagious." I barely survived the swim to the rocks along the Greek shoreline. Coast Guard teams found me unconscious the next morning. I told them everything: the ship, the doctor, the passengers. They searched the area for 2 days. The Aegeis Star was gone. No wreckage, no signals, nothing. Official reports claimed dehydration and hallucinations caused by exposure. But 3 weeks later, I started coughing blood. Then came the nightmares, ballroom music at night, knocking inside my apartment walls, wet footprints appearing across my floor. Yesterday, I woke up with a hospital bracelet around my wrist. Patient status, awaiting treatment. And tonight I received a voicemail from an unknown number. Static filled the first few seconds. Then a calm voice spoke. "Good evening, Mr. Reyes. Dr. Vasiliou. The ship will arrive again shortly." Then came distant ballroom music, and hundreds of passengers applauding in the background.